All right, let's be real for a moment. How many of you have started a diet, a new workout routine, or even a business idea only to throw in the towel after just a couple of weeks or days? Because your willpower was nowhere to be found. Raise your hand. We've all been there. We've all felt that rush of excitement when starting something new. The gym membership that feels like a fresh start and a ticket to transformation. The new planner we absolutely swear will stick to this year. The diet we promise ourselves will follow forever and ever. And then, like clockwork, somewhere down the road, life gets in the way. You skip one workout because you're too tired. You eat that slice of pizza because you deserve it. You get sidetracked by endless distractions, and before you know it, your dreams of self-discipline fall into the familiar, maybe next month, pile. But don't worry, because today we're going to talk about the elusive, magical, and occasionally frustrating concept of self-discipline. I promise by the end of this video, you'll be so fired up to stick to your goals that you might even say, self-discipline is easy. Stick around because by the end, you'll know the exact steps to stop feeling like a slave to your goals, and instead, you'll actually start owning them completely. Let's jump into it. Step 1. Understand what you're really up against. All right? Before you can even think about building self-discipline, we need to talk about expectations. Because here's the thing, most people get this completely wrong from the start. You see, self-discipline isn't some magic pill you take and bam, you're suddenly the most productive, laser-focused person in the room. That's fantasy thinking, and fantasy thinking destroys real progress. It's a skill you have to build, and spoiler alert, it doesn't happen overnight, no matter what those Instagram gurus tell you. What you're really fighting against is the constant battle between your instant gratification brain and your long-term goals. Your brain desperately wants to take the easy route, Netflix, chocolate, napping, and you honestly can't blame it. Those things are specifically designed to feel good right now. Your brain is hardwired through millions of years of evolution to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So why would it want to get up at 600 a.m. for a run when it could just binge watch that show you've been meaning to finish? Exactly. It's so much easier to stay comfortable. But here's the devastating truth. Instant gratification feels absolutely incredible in the moment, but it's a trap, a seductive trap that keeps you stuck. It doesn't get us closer to our bigger dreams and aspirations. You can eat that pizza today and feel satisfied, but when you're looking in the mirror next month, you won't see the results of a healthy, disciplined diet. You can binge, watch Netflix all night, and feel entertained, but your business isn't going to magically build itself while you're lost in fictional worlds. So the first step is understanding that the world around us is literally set up to make us distracted, scattered, and undisciplined. The shiny objects everywhere, the constant distractions, the endless scrolling. We've got to be aware of this reality. When you decide to be disciplined, you're basically telling the world, no thanks, I'm too busy building my empire to get caught up in your distractions. It's not about denying yourself fun, but rather about learning to delay that fun for a much greater reward down the line. If you can master this shift in mindset, embracing the challenge of long-term reward over short-term satisfaction, then you're already on your way to building real, lasting self-discipline. Step 2, start small and build momentum. Look, here's the thing, no one wakes up tomorrow morning and immediately runs a marathon. You don't go from 0 push-ups to 100 in a single day. In fact, you probably wouldn't even make it through 10 without collapsing. But hey, we're not here to judge. Self-discipline doesn't require you to take huge, overwhelming leaps right off the bat. In fact, that's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They jump into the deep end thinking they can swim across the entire ocean without learning to float first. It's a disaster waiting to happen every single time. So the second step is all about starting small and being strategic about it. You can't build a skyscraper on sand. You need a solid, unshakable foundation. That means setting tiny, bite-sized goals that you can actually achieve without overwhelming yourself. Think of it like building muscle at the gym. You don't start with the heaviest weights on day 1. You begin with light dumbbells and work your way up gradually. Each little win, no matter how small it seems, adds to the overall strength of your discipline muscle. Maybe it's just getting up 30 minutes earlier tomorrow. Maybe it's doing just one push up before your shower. Maybe it's writing one paragraph of that book you've been planning. These actions might seem insignificant, but they're not. Here's the secret sauce. When you take these small actions, your brain releases dopamine, that incredible feel-good chemical. Your brain starts associating the disciplined task with reward and pleasure, so you begin building positive momentum naturally. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it's tiny and insignificant, barely noticeable. But with every turn, it gains more and more momentum, picking up more snow. Eventually, it becomes this unstoppable force barreling down the mountain. Small wins keep adding up, and you'll start to feel like you're on fire. You'll develop confidence in your abilities. And trust me, once you achieve those small wins consistently, you'll start feeling like you're truly unstoppable. And that's when the real magic happens. You'll naturally want to level up your goals, challenge yourself more. Before you know it, you're working on that marathon, building that business, or writing that novel you've been dreaming about for years. Step 3, develop a why that's stronger than any temptation. Temptations are sneaky. They'll show up at the most inconvenient times, like when you're halfway through your workout and you think, you know what would be so much better than this? A giant sandwich with extra everything. We've all been there, haven't we? But here's the game-changing trick. When your why is stronger than your temptation, the sandwich loses. Yeah, that's right. Your why is your ultimate motivator and secret weapon. It's the reason you're getting up early when everyone else is sleeping. The reason you're sweating it out at the gym while others are on the couch. The reason you're pushing through that long day of work when you'd rather be anywhere else. And I'm not talking about some wishy-washy, I want to be fit type of why. I mean a deep, emotionally compelling why. Why do you really want to be fit? Is it to have unlimited energy for your kids? Is it because you want to feel absolutely confident in that suit or dress? Is it because you want to look back in 5 years and say, I completely transformed my life? Your why needs to be deep enough that it can't be swayed by the fleeting temptation of a bag of chips or an extra hour of sleep. If you're trying to get fit, what's the deeper reason behind it? Is it about feeling strong, confident, or healthier? Is it about being able to keep up with your grandkids someday? When your reason is deep enough and emotionally charged enough, nothing else can distract you from your path. So get crystal clear on your why, because that will always keep you grounded when distractions come knocking at your door. It'll be your anchor when the storm of temptation hits. When you're tired, when you're feeling lazy, or when you just want to quit and go back to your old comfortable habits, your why is what will keep you moving forward relentlessly. Step 4. Make the process enjoyable. Let's face it, if something feels like pure torture, you're probably not going to stick with it long term. Your brain is too smart for that kind of punishment-based approach. So let's talk about making the process genuinely enjoyable. I know it sounds a little too good to be true, but hear me out. When you enjoy the journey, you'll stay motivated and engaged to keep going instead of forcing yourself through misery. So how do you make the process fun and engaging? Well, you can start by finding creative ways to enjoy the small steps. Maybe you make your workout playlist so incredible that you're practically dancing between sets. Maybe you celebrate your small wins with a little treat, like a movie night after hitting your weekly goal. Make it fun and rewarding. When you pair a challenging task with something you genuinely enjoy, your brain is much more likely to repeat the behavior. It's basic psychology, and it works like magic. For example, maybe you're trying to get up earlier to work on your side hustle. Instead of dreading those early mornings, make your morning routine something you actually look forward to. Maybe you have a perfect cup of coffee and listen to your favorite inspiring podcast while you work. Maybe you reward yourself with a nice breakfast after a productive morning session. The goal is to make the process enjoyable so that you're not constantly dragging yourself through it like you're being tortured. Plus, the more you enjoy the process, the less you'll feel like you're forcing yourself to work. You're actually going to start looking forward to the task, and that's when self-discipline becomes effortless and natural. When you enjoy something, it stops feeling like traditional discipline and starts feeling like something you just do automatically. And that's the sweet spot we're aiming for. Step 5, build a routine and stick to it. If there's one thing that really builds self-discipline, it's consistency through routine. You want to know the secret to unshakable self-discipline. It's routine. Seriously. When you do something over and over and over again, it becomes second nature. You don't have to think about it, negotiate with yourself, or summon motivation from thin air. You just do it automatically. Start by designing a routine that works for your actual life, not some fantasy version of yourself. It could be waking up at 6:00 a.m., meditating for 10 minutes, writing for an hour, and then hitting the gym. Or maybe it's making a perfect cup of coffee and writing your to-do list before starting your day. It doesn't matter what the specific routine is. What matters is that you follow it consistently without exception. The power of routine is that it takes the decision making out of the equation entirely. You don't have to spend mental energy thinking, should I work on my side hustle today? You just do it because it's part of your non-negotiable routine. And the more you stick to it, the less effort and willpower it requires. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't have to motivate yourself to brush your teeth every morning, right? It's just something you do automatically without thinking. When you follow your routine consistently, you begin to condition your brain to expect certain actions at specific times. Soon enough, you won't have to force yourself to work toward your goals. It'll become a habit, and habits are like autopilot for your dreams. It's no longer a daily struggle or battle. It's just your default setting, your new normal. Step 6, embrace setbacks, but don't let them stop you. Let's get something absolutely straight. No one is perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to miss a workout. You're going to miss that donut. You're going to forget to plan your day. And guess what? That's completely okay and normal. The key to self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about getting back up after you fall. It's about resilience and persistence. So when life throws you a curveball, and it definitely will, don't beat yourself up or spiral into shame and self-criticism. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Then adjust your approach and move forward immediately. Self-discipline is about persistence, not perfection. It's about proving to yourself, over and over again, that you can keep going after setbacks and obstacles. After all, the journey to success is full of ups and downs, victories and defeats, progress and temporary setbacks. It's how you respond to those inevitable challenges that will determine your ability to stay disciplined and continue on the path to your goals. Step 7, reward yourself, but not too much, okay? So we're deep into this discipline journey, and I know you're probably thinking, wow, this is all great advice, but can I get some rewards for my hard work? And I'm here to say yes, absolutely. You can reward yourself. But here's the important thing: rewards are a great motivator, but they need to be earned and strategic. When you crush a goal, whether it's hitting a milestone or completing a tough task, reward yourself in a way that's meaningful and supports your long-term vision. Maybe it's a cheat meal, a day off, or watching your favorite show guilt-free. Just make sure your rewards don't undo the progress you've made. For example, if your goal is to eat healthier, reward yourself with a movie night instead of a pizza binge that sabotages your progress. It's all about finding a perfect balance between celebrating your progress and maintaining the discipline to stay on track toward your bigger goals. Conclusion, keep going no matter what. By now, you've got a solid foundation on how to build real self-discipline. But here's the final piece of advice: just keep going no matter what. There will be days when you're exhausted. There will be days when you want to quit. But in those moments, remember why you started this journey. Lean into your routine and remind yourself that self-discipline is the key to creating the life you want. So let's make a promise right now. No matter how tough it gets, no matter how many distractions pop up, you're going to stick to your goals. Because self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about staying committed and relentless. Now go out there and crush those goals. You've got this, and I believe in you completely. If this helped you see self-discipline in a new way, Hit that like button and let me know in the comments what goal you're going to tackle first. Subscribe for more life-changing content, and I'll see you in the next video.